Last week here on Thursday Night Thunder, Chantel Bailey took the West Virginia Mountaineer from Johnson Motorsports to her 8th Thursday Night Thunder Championship victory over longtime veteran and rival Rich Wagner and the Wild Hare. The question is, does Johnson Motorsports and the Mountaineer team have enough to hold on to the flag to close the May season?
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the final week of the May season. All 16 of your favorite MTA superstars are right here in the pit party, and we are getting ready to turn up some dirt for you fans, and they are all looking to do good here tonight. They are not only shooting for the checkered flag and that spot to go into the June season, but the drivers are trying to gain as much points as possible here tonight and try to claim the May overall points championship. Now 16 trucks and drivers are getting dialed in for this very last week of the May season. We've got Outlaw Motorsports, Johnson Motorsports, as well as No Fear Racing are all in the house with Sky High and K&J Motorsports. So they're all fighting for point supremacy and that precious checkered flag. Up first here in round one, Titan will take on Clydesdale, Goldberg will take on the Beast, then Mindblower will take on the Bounty Hunter. And to close out the first half of round one, longtime Thunder veteran Rich Wagner and Wild Hare will take on none other than your boy Shaggy and the Legend. Now up first in round one, Bradley Graham in the Clydesdale Chevrolet, the owner of Outlaw Motorsports. He draws up Zach George in the 1972 Chevrolet in Titan. Now, Zach George's been making a big name for himself out here on Thunder. He's been a thorn in everybody's side, keeping the Titan Chevrolet right there on top in the points. Now, Bradley Graham, he's been in the finals 2 times in the May season in that brand new Clydesdale. He would want nothing more than to go home with a victory right here tonight. Battle of the bow tie in round one, up and over the first dirt mobile down the straight stretch, up and over the cars here in Clydesdale. Bradley Graham and the Clydesdale Chevrolet pick up the first win here in round one competition over Zach George and Titan. We're going to see Clydesdale back in round two. And next up in round one, we've got Robbie Keaton out of Paxton, Illinois in the Goldberg machine. He is now set to take on Jason Craddock, a former one-time Thunder champion out of K&J Motorsports. He's rocking and rolling in the Chevrolet in the far lane known as the Beast. And Jason Craddock has turned it over a couple times in the May season, but over here in the near lane, Robbie Keaton has been keeping Goldberg on top about midway through the points. Here's the green light now down the straight stretch and go. Beast has a little bit of a lead. Goldberg coming back on him and gets the job done. Robbie Keaton and Goldberg will advance to round two. Jason Craddock and the Beast, maybe something happened, looked like an RII signal or maybe a battery shortage. Didn't get across the finish line. Next up in round one, the Cowboy from Hell. That's Timothy Cantwell and the Bounty Hunter. He is out of Outlaw Motorsports. He is rocking and rolling here tonight, looking for his 4th Thursday Night Thunder Championship. But Joseph Nelson in the near lane in the brand new Mindblower, which debuted last season on Thunder. He knows how to get it down to the finish line fairly quickly. Both trucks are staged at the line. Who goes on to round two? Bounty Hunter and Mindblower now. Here's the green light up and over the cars now. Down the straight stretch and go, and Timothy Cantwell gets it done. And Joseph Nelson was up on his lid there in no man's land. Turned it over, caught a bad bounce in no man's land. Rocked up and rolled over, giving the win to Timothy Cantwell and Bounty Hunter, who had a bad fast performance there in the far lane. We'll see him back for round two competition. Now next up in round one, we've got your boy Shaggy, Matt Cheever, Grave Digger the Legend out of Poplar Branch, North Carolina, ready to take on longtime Thunder veteran Rich Wagner in the Wild Hare Chevrolet from No Fear Racing. He is ready to go and ready to put the bow tie on top and claim his 12th Thursday Night Thunder Championship. Now Matt Cheever over there in the far lane, he wants to put the Legend on top to close out the May season. Who's it going to be? Gravedigger and Wild Hare now down the straight stretch. Shaggy's got a slight lead on him, but Wagner's trying to come back, and what a race across the finish line. Wagner came back on him in the end. Shaggy had a slight lead on him down the straight stretch, but old Rich Wagner put that bad bow tie horsepower down and he may have just come back on Shagster there in the far lane. Watch now at the MTA replay, up and over the first stack of cars, and right here down the straight stretch, Shaggy had him beat. But watch right here through no man's land, Rich Wagner and Wild Hair flying high as they come over that last set of cars and down to a photo finish. And the MTA officials are giving the win to Rich Wagner and the Wild Hair by merely 3/4 of a tire. What an incredible race that was. Back to the action now on round one. Timothy Atkins in the Raising Cane machine. He made his debut earlier this season. He is now set to take on a former 4-time Thunder champion representing K&J Motorsports race team, Kieran Adams in the crash test dummy, staged over in the far lane. And Timothy Atkins wants to do good here tonight to close out the May season and try to get a little bit higher in the point standings. Here's the green light now, down the straight stretch they go. Crash test dummy with a slight lead on him, and Kieran Adams gets the job done. He will put the rookie on the trailer early here tonight. And folks, I gotta tell you, Crash Test Dummy's looking strong here in round one. He gets it all the way down to the shutdown area. Raising Cane is on the trailer. And next up here in round one, making his last appearance in the U.S. Air Force Afterburner, the Iceman, Jeffrey Skipper, representing Johnson Motorsports. He is now set to take on Aaron Church, a former one-time Thunder champion, Bakugan Dragonoid in the far lane. He is the owner of Sky High Racing, and we're looking forward to watching that team grow right here on Thursday Night Thunder. But who's going to round two? Is it going to be Dragonoid in the far lane, Afterburner in the near lane? There's the green light now down the straight stretch. They're dead even up and over no man's land. Some big-time error by Skipper. The Iceman letting it hang out, but Aaron Church and Dragonoid was side by side all the way to the end, and what an incredible race it was. We're going to go down to an MTA photo finish and try to figure out who won this race. As we go back now, your winner is going to be Jeffrey Skipper, the Iceman in the U.S. Air Force Afterburner, picking up the round one victory. But kudos to Aaron Church. He was hanging right there with the Afterburner. But next up in round one, downtown Mitch Brown, the 7-time Thunder champion in Bigfoot, now set to take on Jamie Hurd in the Iron Outlaw Ford out of Tonganoxie, Kansas. And ladies and gentlemen, he is probably one of the greatest drivers out here to not win a Thursday Night Thunder event. Maybe tonight will be his night, but he has got to go through a former 7-time champion in Mitch Brown and Bigfoot in the far lane. Two Fords going to go head-to-head here in round one. Who's going to round two? Here's the green light now down the straight stretch. Hanging door handle to door handle up and over the cars here. And it looked like Jamie Hurd in the Iron Outlaw will get the win over downtown Mitch Brown and Bigfoot. Hurd went a little wide left there in the near lane. He corrected it, got it back up over the cars, and he does get the win as we look at the photo finish over Mitch Brown in the Bigfoot Ford. They're on the trailer early here tonight. And next up, as we close out round one competition, 8-time Thunder champion now, Chantel Bailey coming to the line. West Virginia Mountaineer and Charlie Stevens and Blue Thunder. The rookie is going to get first crack at the longtime veteran and current champion here to close out round one. And you got to believe the rookie here in the near lane in Blue Thunder has his hands full. We all know Mountaineer is fast, and Johnson Motorsports does a great job keeping that truck maintained. Who's it going to be now to go to round two? There's the green light. Down the straight stretch they go. Mountaineer with a slight lead. Blue Thunder trying to come back and does. The rookie came back on the veteran. The veteran is over there, didn't cross the finish line. And Charlie Stevens, the rookie, in Blue Thunder puts Mountaineer on the trailer early in round one. So we will crown a new champion right here tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to break up the action, but I have to because I got to remind you that this weekend, 32 of MTA's baddest monster trucks are going to go head-to-head and side-by-side racing, all trying to become the MTA and Justice for All champion. And again, that is this Saturday at 7 o'clock Eastern Time right here on the MTA YouTube channel, a show you don't want to miss. So I hope you all are ready for And Justice for All this Saturday. And back here now on Thursday Night Thunder with round two competition coming right at your front door. Clydesdale to take on Goldberg. Then we see Bounty Hunter take on the Wild Hair, followed by Crash Test Dummy taking on the U.S. Air Force Afterburner. Then we're going to see Iron Outlaw take on Blue Thunder. And again, we're crowning a new Thunder champion right here tonight. Bradley Graham and Clydesdale look strong in round one, but he takes on his old truck that he used to drive, but with a new driver, Robbie Keaton behind the wheel of Goldberg. Stage now in the far lane, and Robbie Keaton has been getting the job done out here on Thunder. He is looking for his first championship win. Bradley Graham's been there 5 times before. Can he do it again here tonight? Here's the green light down the straight stretch. They go. They're dead even up and over the cars here. Goldberg turns it over, and Clydesdale and Bradley Graham once again this season will upset his old ride there, and Robbie Keaton has got to be devastated on his lid right through no man's land. As we go back and take another look at the MTA replay, Bradley Graham actually jumped him off the line there, but Robbie Keaton and Goldberg in the far lane started to gain a little speed on him. Look at the big time there by Clydesdale. And both trucks a little out of shape coming out of no man's land. Barely got up on the cars, but nonetheless, Goldberg is upside down. Therefore, Clydesdale gets the win. Now the MTA track crew and officials down there. Robbie's okay. They got him out of the truck. Probably a little upset that he turned it over here in round 2. He was on a mission here tonight in Goldberg, trying to claim his first Thursday Night Thunder Championship. We hope to see him back for the June season. And next up in round 2, the Cowboy from Hell, Timothy Cantwell and Bounty Hunter. Back again, but he draws up against Rich Wagner. Wild hair. And ladies and gentlemen, I cannot even express to you the amount of animosity that is staged at that starting line. No Fear Racing taking on Outlaw Motorsports. Wild Hair takes on the Bounty Hunter here in round 2. There's the green light now. Ford and Chevrolet down the straight stretch they go. They're even up and over. Bounty Hunter's in trouble. And Wild Hair, Rich Wagner gets the win for No Fear Racing. The Bad Bow Tie and Wild Hair are strutting their stuff all over the track here tonight. They pick up the win. A mistake by Cantwell and Bounty Hunter. A little too much sauce on that loud pedal. Put it on its tailgate there in no man's land. But next up in round 2, the Iceman, Jeffrey Skipper, in his last ride in the U.S. Air Force Afterburner, now takes on Kieran Adams from K&J Motorsports and Crash Test Dummy stage here in the near lane. Johnson Motorsports representative for the last time, taking on K&J Motorsports representative Kieran Adams. Air Force Afterburner, Crash Test Dummy. Here's the green light up and over the first dirt mobile. The Iceman's got a lead on him. Kieran's coming back, gets the win. The Crash Test Dummy puts the Iceman on the trailer for the last time in U.S. Air Force Afterburner. And Kieran's looking strong in the Crash Test Dummy here tonight as we go down to a photo finish and show you how close it was. Kieran Adams does pick up the win by about a nose of his truck and puts the Iceman on the trailer once and for all. Next up here in round 2 as we close things out, Jamie Hurd and the Iron Outlaw look pretty strong in round 1, but he takes on the rookie Charlie Stevens and Blue Thunder as he put the longtime veteran Chantel Bailey and Mountaineer on the trailer in round 1, thus crowning a new champion right here tonight. Is Outlaw or Blue Thunder going to end up in the finals? We don't know just yet, but one of them is definitely going to semis. Here's the green light. Blue Thunder and the Iron Outlaw now down the straight stretch. Charlie Stevens putting the hammer down, and I'm not sure who got the win, ladies and gentlemen. Both drivers letting it all hang out, had incredible passes down the straight stretch and over the last set of cars. I'm not too sure who did get the win. Charlie Stevens trying to shut it down, went over the jersey wall, but your winner is Charlie Stevens, the rookie, in Blue Thunder. He puts Iron Outlaw on the trailer. But ladies and gentlemen, that draws up the semifinal competition. Clydesdale will take on the Wild Hair, renewing the rivalry of Bradley Graham and Rich Wagner. Then we're going to see Crash Test Dummy take on Blue Thunder, who is on a rail here tonight and is shooting for the stars. But up first in semis, Bradley Graham, the former 5-time Thunder champion, in his new ride, the Clydesdale Chevrolet, renews his rivalry with Rich Wagner and Wild Hair. Staged over there in the far lane, Outlaw Motorsports taking on No Fear Racing. Clydesdale taking on Wild Hair, and ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, Rich Wagner has probably gotten the better hand of Bradley Graham in past races. Tonight, Bradley Graham's looking for redemption. 2 Chevrolets kicking off semis, up and over the cars, now down the straight stretch they go. They're hanging dead even up and over the cars, and Bradley Graham and Clydesdale get the win over Rich Wagner in the Wild Hair Chevrolet. What an incredible race, but up here in the booth, you could definitely see Clydesdale was just ahead of the Wild Hair as we look at a photo finish. Right there you see it by about half a truck. Bradley Graham has finally outran Rich Wagner in the Wild Hair. What an incredible race it was, but now we close out semis with the rookie Charlie Stevens and Blue Thunder, who's been on a rail here tonight. Now set to take on the driver who's gotten it done for 4 championship victories. That is Kieran Adams at a K&J Motorsports race team, and the crash test dummy who's been on a mission of his own here tonight, knocking off some heavy hitters. Blue's going to the finals. Blue Thunder taking on Crash Test Dummy. Here's the green light up and over the first stack of cars down the straight stretch, up and over no man's land here. And Blue Thunder got in trouble and drove out of it. The rookie Charlie Stevens had it on 2 wheels and claimed victory over Crash Test Dummy here to close out the semifinal competition. And now, ladies and gentlemen, before we get to the finals on Thunder, we want to show you a little sneak peek of something coming to the MTA YouTube channel. It's an all-new series that we have in the making. We aren't going to give away all of our secrets, but you could just say there may be a little bit of unfinished business. Not to completely jack their line, but MTA is coming out with something new very, very soon, and we hope you all are here to join us on the YouTube channel. But now here to close out the May season, it's final time here on Thursday Night Thunder, and we have got Bradley Graham and Clydesdale in the finals for the 3rd time this season. Now set to take on the rookie Charlie Stevens and Blue Thunder, who knocked off the current champion earlier tonight in round 1. He has got a tough task because Bradley Graham, like I said before, he's been here twice already in the finals this May season, and that brand new Clydesdale, you could best believe he wants that 6th Thunder Championship. But Charlie Stevens and Blue Thunder isn't going to back down from anybody. He already knocked off the current champion. But ladies and gentlemen, Clydesdale takes on Blue Thunder. It's showtime here on Thunder. Down the straight tracks they go. Clydesdale's got a slight lead. Graham turns it over, and Charlie Stevens goes on by him and gets the win in Blue Thunder. The rookie upsets the veteran. As we go back and take another look, they see him side by side. Clydesdale's got a slight lead on Blue Thunder. Watch him get out of shape on that first jump. Bradley Graham lost control of the truck, did a cartwheel in no man's land, and Charlie Stevens got crossed up himself, but saved it and picks up the win. And ladies and gentlemen, to close out the May season, your winner. Congratulations to Charlie Stevens on your first Thursday Night Thunder Championship. You, my friend, carry the checkered flag into the June season of Thunder. And now, ladies and gentlemen, as we look at the overall point standings to close out the May season, Beast, Mindblower, Bigfoot, and US Afterburner hold the bracket closed at the lower half of the points. Jumping over to the top, the biggest improvement here tonight is Charlie Stevens and Blue Thunder with his victory going from 16th place all the way to 6th. However, there is a tie for the May season points lead between 2 teammates, Tim Cantwell and Bradley Graham. Bounty Hunter and Clydesdale tied at 185, and you know what this means. It's all going to come down to one race for 1 point. Clydesdale stays in the far lane. Bounty Hunter stays in the near lane. 2 teammates going head-to-head for the May season overall points championship. Who's it going to be? Clydesdale takes on Bounty Hunter. Here's the green light now down the straight stretch. Bounty Hunter's got a slight lead on Clydesdale up and over the cars, and what a race it is. All for 1 point to try and claim the May season overall points championship. I'm not too sure who got the win. It looked like Clydesdale, but going back to a photo finish, your winner is the Clydesdale machine, representing the Outlaw Motorsports race team, which both trucks were. Nonetheless, Bradley Graham, congratulations to you, my friend. You are the May season overall points champion in the Clydesdale Chevrolet. And now, ladies and gentlemen, that'll wrap up the May season right here on Thursday Night Thunder. Huge shout out to Charlie Stevens and Bradley Graham. Some great racing all season long. And ladies and gentlemen, don't forget And Justice for All this Saturday at 7 o'clock Eastern Time right here on the MTA YouTube channel. That's a wrap for the May season. Be sure, if you haven't already, crush that subscribe button, and I'll catch you down the road. See you next week.
Standing tall up in victory lane, I done brought the pain and now they screaming my name. Yeah, everybody saw me rock the place. Now there's flashbulbs are popping and mics in my face. Always giving the crowd what they need. Now they're wearing my shirts front row to nosebleed. Now the crowd forms is what it's all about. Signing autographs until the lights out. Yeah, it's about that. It's about that. It's been a long time. It's about that time. It's